Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Josh and I sell used stuff on eBay. We got one new thing going up. Oh, actually several new things. Like 5 new things going out today also. So new stuff too whenever I can find it just right. But anyways, we're gonna go over all that sold the last 2 days. Sorry for that loud car going by. It's like a Jeep that sounded like that. That's weird. Anyways, we're gonna go over everything that sold the last 2 days. I think we got right around 30 items going out. Yesterday was a very good sales day. Day before not so great. Today is starting off really good though. So ups and downs, ups and downs. That's what it's always like. Today, I do want to talk about how to get rid of basically garbage inventory is what I call it in my mind, but stuff that's not worth listing on eBay. Whenever you're buying these large lots and buying things the way I do, where you just buy it all, a lot of times you end up with a lot of stuff that isn't trash, but isn't stuff that makes sense to sell on eBay. It's more stuff for maybe flea markets or garage sales or whatever. I'm talking about how I deal with it, my thought process. You could just donate it, which maybe I should. Maybe that's the good thing to do. But honestly, it's not very convenient for me to donate it here. There's not just a quick, easy way on my route that I can go and just drop things off each day. So I'm going to talk about that. First, we're going to get into the sales. I got the table all loaded up right here. And then we'll talk about how I get rid of stuff. So let's take a look. All right, so here's everything we got going out today. Actually, some pretty good value in some of this stuff, so we're going to talk about it. Quite a bit of media here. Let's go over CDs. We got one Rich Mullins. I've done pretty good with Rich Mullins stuff before. This is First Baptist Church, Jacksonville, Florida CD. Any of these kind of smaller independent CDs, I usually try and list them at $15 plus shipping for kind of like your Christian type stuff. That doesn't usually have a huge demand, but when somebody wants it, $15 plus shipping, usually after tax. They're paying right at $20. It's usually a pretty reasonable thing. Different genres I will price differently, but that's usually what I do with more of this like Christian-y type stuff. Smile, Empty Soul. And then this is like a classical CD if I remember correctly. Forgotten People, Chamber Choir. Those are the CD sales. Very happy with those. You can see those values up on the screen, hopefully. We do have one DVD going out. This is new sealed. It does have a rip in the seal. Been listed a very long time, so I took a low offer on it. Glad to see that go. A lot of the PBS stuff does pretty good. That one not so great, but still made some good profit on it. And then we got Fable for the original Xbox. Sell a lot of Xbox games lately. This has been listed quite a while. There's a bookstore in the next town over where they price all their books based off of the original price. They take their used books, and I think it's like always 25% of the original price, and that's just how they price their books. So I picked up, sometimes I can pick up anime and stuff. There's stuff that's gone up in value, even though it's used. I can usually get over there pretty good. Don't go over there very often, though. Here we got a Kerr canning and freezing book. Those are always worth selling. This is really cool. I have a bunch of these listed. I was listing these the last couple of days for $60 a piece, and I wasn't sure if that's a good price or not, but they've started selling. These are from the AFA, America Football Association, which was like a defunct pro sports league. This is a program, Tulsa Mustangs versus the Shreveport Steamers. Most of these are from like 79 to 82 that I have. I've got a bunch of these. This one came from the same locker with those 80s clothing and football clothes that I had. And then this one is Tulsa Mustangs versus Alabama Vulcans. The Vulcans. Interesting. One of those sold for $60, and the other one I took an offer of like $46 on. So very happy to see if those are selling, because I listed a bunch of those. And some of them, I think maybe this one even, I've got duplicates of. That I just put to the side, and I will list some later day down the road. Here we got A Journey with Kings, a study in 1st and 2nd Kings by Linda Shaw. This sells too slowly for me to put it on Amazon, so that's why it went up on eBay. And then this book I couldn't find anywhere, so I just listed it. I think I listed it for $20 and took an offer for $15 or something. And it's actually going to like a plumbing company that bought it. So the Professional Handbook, Drain and Sewer Cleaners, 2nd edition. I had no idea the pricing on that, so that's just what I did. Couldn't find it. Very happy to get that value out of it. One Lot, Babysitter Club. We got those going out. And then these always do good. I've sold these many a times. There's different series in here. The Aldiels. I can never remember how to pronounce this, but look, we got like some carpentry. We've got some masonry and some steam fitters here. Those are always worth looking out for when you can find them. the bigger the lots, seems like the more value I can get out of them. These are parts to mount an under-the-counter coffee maker, Black & Decker Space Saver, and then 2 sewing machine parts, front nose cover, and a little ring right here. I've been selling these rings better lately. They weren't selling there for a while, but seems like lately I've been doing pretty good with them. Those are the sewing machine parts. Here's a little Behringer mixer of some sort. That is going out. Let's see. 1 piece of Christmas poinsettia fabric. These are Carhartts. They wouldn't fit in one of my normal bags, so I just put them in a bin. That's what I do with some of my bigger clothes. These are like size 46, 48, really wide. FR, fire resistant, which is always great. These 2 shirts are going to the same buyer. This one's been listed a long time, which is why it's not in a bag. I had multi-quantity on this really cool Dexter shirt, but that was my last one. I just kind of wanted them gone at that point, so I took a low offer since they were getting 2 shirts. That one's a really cool Taz shirt. This is just kind of, it's a JCPenney, which usually that brand doesn't do good, but the cut on it was really different. Had kind of that cool older pastel color to it, so I did list it. Almost didn't list that, probably shouldn't have. Made some money there. I have no idea what this is. You can see it up on the screen. And then this shirt had like a little cityscape to it. I find some of these older shirts with like cityscapes usually end up selling for like around $10 for me, so that did sell. That is all the clothing except for shoes. We got 1 pair of older Nike golf shoes. Anything Nike golf I will usually pick up if it's really cheap, because Nike doesn't make golf stuff anymore. Those went out. This is a repeat buyer. They've bought these same exact size 10 shoes from me before, so they sent me an offer for 4 more. So I accepted that, and I will ship them out to them once again. They've bought a ton of these. I think I've got 14 or 15 pairs of these left. Paid $7 a pair. I think I was a little over $100 plus shipping on all 4 of these. And last thing is this box. Inside of this box, I have, I think, 12 Betty Boop plush. I had a huge Betty Boop buy. It was actually on the channel a while back. And that is just kind of the remnants of it that I hadn't ever listed. Some of these are like slightly stained, but not too bad. I just lotted them up, sold them real cheap. And now they are no longer in the shed, just taking up space. So that was kind of my goal there. I just wanted them gone, move on from the Boop. I do have a bunch that are listed individually online, and they are selling super slow, but they are selling. All right, so let's talk about kind of getting rid of excess inventory from bulk purchases. That something's really in my eyes. You guys are just got to deal with me squinting. So yeah, I got a big pile down here of stuff that was not worth listing on eBay, but it was just where I bought the whole tote of stuff, or I bought the whole trailer load of stuff, or whatever it was, and just kind of ended up with it. So we'll show you guys what I got and talk about how we're getting rid of it. All right, so you can see here we got a couple boxes of miscellaneous books, auto parts, artwork, blanket ladder, miscellaneous plush and toys and decor, some silver plate stuff. There's a model over there, and a big TV I don't want too. But anyways, so what I do is I just basically, oh, hockey sticks, those are pretty cool. But shipping kills the value on those. So what I'm doing with this type of stuff is I just basically lot it up, and then I got a couple of different contacts that like to have garage sales, or they sell at the flea market, and I just take some photos whenever I get a massive pile like this and let it go super cheap. Even with that giant TV, which you need to have something like that in these lots that is actually worth quite a bit of value, where they can get their money back fairly quickly. That way they're willing to take all of it. I'm letting this all go for $100 is what I'm trying to get out of this. So there's tons of value here. Somebody's to have a garage sale. Way more value than that here. Also, some things to note, I'm not overloading them with all the same things. This is not just all books. I could easily, when I have those book loads, have a pile of books like this and try to get $100 out of it. But that's usually, they don't want to be overran with the same thing, these types of people. Or at least that's been my experience. So some notes, try and have some bigger items to throw in. Try not to overload with all just the same things. But yeah, you can only do this if you got the space to store it. I'm putting this out in the shed out here and getting rid of it that way. So yeah, this stuff is taking up space while I'm waiting to get rid of it, accumulate quite a bit of it. Also, this sells a lot better in the warmer months than in the winter, because in the winter, they're not having those types of sales. They're not moving that stuff the same way. So that's how I do it. I just throw it in totes and then get rid of it all at once, rather than try and take one of the totes and donate it. The place I donate is off my normal route, and I can only go to there like from 8 to 5, and then they're picky. They don't want to take everything all the time. It's just really not convenient. If I had a more convenient place here in town, that's probably what I would do. But yeah, they're gonna come hopefully pick this up. I'm waiting on a text message back because I just messaged them. Hopefully they can get it today, because I want this gone so I can have some space. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.